Okay, so in this video, I will try to explain to you as quickly as possible why Cox is a scam, specifically why their advertisements that they post on a regular basis claiming that they provide 24/7 internet, you've seen it on so many platforms, on Paramount Plus, on YouTube, on major platforms. Cox is everywhere advertising that they offer the service of 24/7 internet. Now, that is a lie. That's the first thing you need to know. So, false advertising, this would be false advertising, which is illegal if it meets the criteria that they are saying this and they know that it is false. They know that it is false because I'm sure that they know what the problems with their services are. Again, this is like more than a 5-year-old problem, at least, at the very least. I remember this happening over 5 years ago, but look, so the first thing I'm gonna say is the difference between this and, say, electricity. You might have electricity shortages, those exist, but if an electricity company wanted to brand itself, wanted to make a commercial in which they say, go with us and we'll, as long as you pay us, we'll provide you with electricity 24/7. All the time, you can count on us. That's not false advertising, even though sometimes you might have a shortage in electricity that happens. It might be like how often does that happen? Probably less than once a month. Unless you live in a different area, I could see that happening. But when do those happen? Those usually pretty much never happen unless there's some weather condition, which, like, there's nothing they can do about it, by the way. So that's the first thing. Now, I don't know if Cox is just not willing to not scam their customers and actually provide them the service that they promise, which is 24/7 internet, or if they can't provide that service. But it doesn't matter whether or not this problem comes from their choosing to do it or they can't do it. The fact is that they do not provide that service. So, the difference, again, going back to that, electricity companies, anytime that that'll happen, it's usually because of some weather condition. Those don't happen often. And as soon as it's safe, as soon as the conditions are such that it's safe for them to go and repair whatever like line, whatever wire was cut, they go out and do it, and you have electricity again within normally like a few minutes, sometimes up to a few hours. It's very rare for it to last days, but you could say for all intents and purposes that electricity is reliable. You have 27 internet, 24/7 electricity, like that's a fair statement. Now for internet, that is different. If you go with Cox, multiple times a week, if you use the internet a lot, multiple times a week, I for example, pay even for faster internet. Multiple times a week, your internet will just not work for a few hours. You could turn your router back on, do whatever you want, it just won't work. You might have a paper that's due, you might have homework, you might have a life. Again, the internet is a basic necessity. In 2024, it's become like food and water. You need that. You fucking need that shit to survive. You absolutely need it. It's not like up for, it's just a privilege. No, you absolutely need it, because if your internet doesn't work, guess what? Everybody's homework now, even in public school. That's right, I went to public school my whole life. Most of your homework's online. And that's only gonna increase as the years go by. You might have a job. Oh, well, shit, you have homework due that night. In a few hours, maybe you have, like, your job requires that you work on the internet. Oh, well, fuck all of that. That's not gonna happen. You're just gonna have to put your entire life on pause for however long this lasts. You never know. And I've seen that it is true, if you use more internet, this tends to happen more often. But that doesn't matter. Again, like, they would have to put some disclaimer and in their ad, if they're gonna say 24/7 that, oh, well, and the more internet you use, the more likely it is that you'll just have long, and just repetitive, coming over and over again, these long, like, shortages in your internet. So, yeah, Cox doing that. I would like to highlight again, internet is a basic necessity. You need it for a bit of everything. But Yeah, I smoked a lot of weed. I'm very high, but I just wanted to get that off my mind because again, my internet right now doesn't work randomly. I had homework to do. Um, well, you can't really see that. Wait, here we go. Homework to do. Oh well, too bad. You can't see that, but you can see. I don't know what I'm talking about. Discord. Is that gonna load? Who knows? Doesn't seem to be. Okay, you get the point. But yeah, again, if Cox were to claim like we provide 24/7 internet, it'd have to be like this would have to be a very minor issue again, since a lot of people it's their job to be online. You can't set like a oh well, it should kind of be known that you don't use this much internet. You don't use a lot of internet. Like oh well, yeah, if you go above the like if you go way above, there might be some network issues. You can't not disclose that and just say, oh yeah, 24/7 internet, and just like asterisk that's not written there. Oh well, if you use a normal amount of internet, like in any amount of internet is normal. If you spend 4 hours online with like 4 different like softwares open that are all consuming internet, yes, some people that's their job. Okay, if you're an internet service provider, people who their job is internet, yeah, they go to you, okay? If your job is online, there isn't some special service that is specifically for people like that. So again, false advertising, false advertising, false advertising. Now, this is a major scam. Them just falsely advertising their stuff, and it's all over the place. Not just YouTube, where YouTube used to be a Wild West place for creators, content creators who were selling their personalities. Meanwhile, advertisers had standards such as, well, I don't know what's kind of expected, what's the default. You expect advertisers to have certain standards such as not falsely advertising, for example. Yeah, YouTube's turned that around to where content creators, oh, their personalities have to meet like extreme fucking standards. Meanwhile, advertisers, they're just posting, yeah, like you've seen the tune. I don't know why I'm going on this weird tangent, but yeah, YouTube's just if you see an ad on YouTube nowadays, just selling you a fake course with a bullshit timer that just resets when you refresh the page, or that people telling you, oh well, if you want if you're obese and you want to lose weight, just I don't know, how about you just stop doing cardio? That's bullshit. Just start eating hamburgers. Yeah, there are ads like that on YouTube now. But you don't just see ads from Cox on there where they have no standards. You see ads from Cox all over, again, on Paramount Plus, on just a bunch of different. So I bet they're all over, like anywhere you can advertise. I bet they aren't banned from advertising anywhere. They should be banned from advertising in the United States. On top of that, people say, for example, you're in college and you have college tuition. It's pretty expensive, right? Well, if you're in college, you're definitely gonna have to use the internet, and there are deadlines. If you can prove, say you're recording a video, you can prove when your stuff is due. I don't know, you can post a video of it after your internet comes back or on your phone where you have mobile data. And you could prove you couldn't have used your phone for that homework, and that's very easy to prove. There's a lot of homework like that. If you could prove that you had a homework assignment that was due at a given date, and you weren't able to get it, you were working on it, but you couldn't keep working on it because your internet wasn't working. They had scammed you. Cox had said 24/7 internet, and you had paid, you had fulfilled your end of the bargain, you had paid the full price, but they hadn't given you the full promise that they said they would give you, which is 24. Like, they should have to pay your full tuition for that semester if that happens. Because they will have compromised your grade. I guarantee you, if you added a law like that, where like just the basic minimum bar, you don't even have to charge them for scam. You don't have to do any of that stuff. Just you make them pay compensations for people's rights that they violated. I guarantee you, one lawsuit like that, they would start actually providing on their promise. But who knows? Maybe they can't. Maybe there's another problem, and this is just, again, doesn't matter whether they can't or whether they're not willing to. Either way, they can't advertise themselves that way. But yeah, I'm just tired in the mood to rant. Like, fuck these people. And again, one last thing. They shouldn't only be sued for scam. They shouldn't only not get to advertise their products anywhere in the United States or similar countries. They should also be prosecuted for civil rights, human rights violations, crimes against humanity. And what am I talking about? If you deprive someone of food, if you deprive someone of water, if you deprive someone of things like that, that is a crime against humanity. That's a human rights, a civil rights violation. Again, as I laid out earlier, in the year 2024, internet is a necessity for everything. Everything is available to you online. Everything requires the internet. Signing up for a job, I'm sure, requires the internet. A lot of jobs require the internet, and you doing your homework requires the internet. Again, if you're just in college, you're gonna have so much homework, you're gonna have to be on the internet all the time. And you have so many deadlines for so many things. Usually you have like multiple assignments due in a single day. If just any 4 hours, which is like, let's say that's the average time that your internet goes down. 4 hours randomly of your internet goes down, you have to pause everything you do. That can absolutely just destroy your grades. So yeah, something like that, depriving someone of something as much of a necessity as the internet, especially when you're scamming those people because they paid for that product and then they didn't receive it. They paid the full price. You never compensated them in any way. That's a violation of civil rights. So I think for doing so many things, these people should be in jail. They shouldn't only have their business shut down, have their scam shut down, and not be allowed to advertise it, of course, and have nobody be allowed to advertise such products in that way. But yeah, unless, again, if they can't, then just take away those crimes for humanity, just charge them with fraud, scam. They falsely advertise their products, make them for having falsely advertised for so long, just ban them from ever advertising their products again. And what I think the government should do for all of that is just give us 24/7 internet. Again, that would be more useful than anything Trump or fucking Kamala would have possibly done. Like, what is this, party thing? Oh, well, left-wing versus right. Let's just, the immigrants. Do you see what there's the immigrants and the trans people? Yeah, let's do something about them, right? They're a problem. These filthy white people, yeah, let's do something about that, or these filthy rich people. None of that, just fixing those issues, the dirty, whites and rich people and trans people and immigrants, none of those, are gonna help anybody more than just fix that. Just make internet 24/7. How about change our public school systems to where, look, I am way too high, but I think I made my point. Cox is a scam. They should not get to advertise their products, just to repeat everything I just said one last time. And yeah, actually, let's not repeat everything. I already repeated myself enough. But there you go.